But yeah, just to tie it all together now. So like Keter or Neptune is just the very beginning of an idea or an impulse. That idea or impulse expands itself, through Uranus, and then it defines itself through Bina or Saturn. So it's like the idea expands naturally, and then it kind of gets detailed. And I think it takes some mental work to detail it, to add detail to it, to expand it into detail rather than just conceptual expansion. It's a detailed expansion. And then Jupiter, once the the high triangle seed is completed, then the manifestation of different needed components energetically can come about, and just large manifestations, people that can help, bigger resources and whatnot. Basically the cosmic help, the teacher that's going to teach you how to make your dream, the sort of divine sanction on it in a way, the help of the angels. It can be like that. Maybe this explains too why at times I'd be stuck in Keter and Uranus, in Neptune and Uranus, and then when it came to Saturn, it was like I wasn't adding detail, and so I was having all kinds of trouble. Saturn controls the lower being, so maybe it's like the lower beings will basically torture you until you get organized. That's an interesting one. See, this is the power of the Tree of Life that I've come to appreciate. I used to think it was dumb, but I just didn't understand Kabbalah. It wasn't opening to me. It didn't open to me till I learned like planetary magic through like Shakta type information, type teachings. So crossing the abyss from idea to realized, or to at least partially manifested, from Saturn to Jupiter. I mentioned what Jupiter does. Mars and Sun is like the work of it. You could view both of those as work. It's the impulse to work, the work itself, crystallizing it, building it, building the project. Venus is then manifestation. I'm getting that you can view Venus and Mercury as finishing touches. Venus is cosmetics and Mercury is like, I'm getting Mercury too, even marketing, like, you could view them both even that way. But it's the things after the thing is already completed. And then I'm not sure where Moon fits in this process. I'm not sure. I'm getting that it's maybe a hurdle or something. So maybe it is like the moon is a negative thing in our world because which this is part of the connection with Bardo too, but I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, if anyone has some idea of what moon is in the creative process, I'd be very interested to hear it. In this downgoing system, if someone has something to add to what Astaroth had to say. And then Malkuth, the kingdom, Earth, is the thing, exists, it's a thing now, it's a matter of fact. Okay, just to follow that tangent about the moon, one last thing I wanted to mention is that the grays. A lot of UFOs are seen going into the moon, and a lot of people talk about negative ETs having a moon base. I've also seen the grays in Bardo. So I didn't know. I also wondered if Bardo was within the world. If when you're in Bardo, you're actually in the underworld. I wasn't sure, but you know, this makes me wonder if the moon. So if the moon is home to Bardo, and basically the negative ETs, quote unquote, so-called, all basically have their evil lair in the moon, it would just connect a lot of dots really nicely. It also means probably when you see the light when you die, it's the light of the moon, that the moon is more luminous on the astral plane or something, which is also really interesting. Maybe that's also why Crowley, why Thelema is solar, is by concentrating on the sun. Perhaps that offsets the humanity's enslavement to the moon. So that's a weird one, because it says in the Bible the mark of the beast is 666. 666 is Tiferet, or sun. And people are ruled by their egos and they just can't get past it.